know when you watch a movie trailer and you just get hyped, not for the whole movie, but just one scene in particular? That's me. I'm one of those people that just get hyped for one scene. I see a scene in the trailer and I'm like, I hope that scene's in the trailer. I really, really do. No, seriously, scenes that intrigue you in a movie trailer, you just want to see for just one scene in particular. But in this case, I want to see the movie because it looked so funny. I love comedies, as you know. Not always dark comedies. This one was funny. It's Get Hard, that starred Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart. This was the first time I ever heard of Kevin Hart. This was like, I saw the trailer and I was like, who is Kevin Hart? And I read about him, saw a bit of a stand-up, and I was like, well, this guy's pretty funny. No, he's very funny. Let's put it at that. So, I saw the trailer for Get Hard. I never laughed that hard, especially at the part in the trailer when Kevin Hart mentions, we're about to simulate a prison riot. Okay, let me just tell you about a little bit of summary about Get Hard. In fact, okay, so Get Hard is about a businessman played by Will Ferrell, and in 1 month, he's on his way to jail. So during those 30 days, he wants to prepare for jail, prepare for his 10 years in San Quentin Penitentiary. So he turns to Kevin Hart for help. And one of the practices that they do to, get him prepared for jail was simulate a prison riot in his home. And I was like, oh no, because in the trailer he's like, we're about to simulate a prison riot. And I was like, oh no. And when I saw it in the movie theater, this is where the title of my video comes in. I laughed so hard. Okay? I never laughed that hard in a movie theater before, ever. This was the first time I laughed. I mean, I laughed so hard, I almost fell out of my chair. I did. I almost fell out of my chair. I was laughing so hard by the time that prison riot scene was over. I was literally almost lying in my chair like this. I was like, what the heck? Oh, I nearly fell out of my chair there. Oh, yeah, it was like that. And this guy who was sitting beside me, who actually was a classmate of mine, he was sitting right next to me. He's like, you okay, man? I'm like, oh, hey, oh, wow, I must have laughed that hard. Very, very, very funny scene. No, seriously, that was the funniest scene I ever saw in a movie, was simulating a prison riot scene, or simulating a prison riot. Ever since I saw that scene, I always wondered what would happen in real life if people actually simulated a riot in their homes, or anywhere, like where they worked, where they took their kids, if high school simulated a riot. No, seriously, simulating a prison riot is just ridiculous, which was what made it funny. Plus, it's just one of those impossible things to do. I mean, okay, a lot of things are possible, but simulating a riot, prison riot, political riot, city riot, event riot, it doesn't matter. Whatever riot you're thinking of, and you plan to simulate it, it's gonna end up in disaster. And if you've seen Get Hard, you know that it does pretty much end up in a disaster. What happens to Will Ferrell's character? Not going to spoil that part for you, of course. So, anyways, that's that. Keep in mind, I have movies still to watch. I did have a busy week. Next week looks a little bit more slow. So, with that said, we'll see what I can review for you this week. See you later. Happy Halloween, and Mr. Blue's here for you.